See no need to recall the past. See no need to recall the future. There's an honesty when I'm just here. As the wind blows and I see nothing. I am nothing in this space. Existence comes in. The radiation of all life. There's no need to surround myself around things. There's no need for me to surround myself around people. Connecting with people is nice. But it's not needed in this space. As one looks around, they desire nothing. They're just completely dissolved. Time exits and there's only stillness and movement. Stillness and movement. You dirty banshee, you. I once told a story to a man. Oh, that's so cool. There's a bug on the screen. Oh, that's such a cool bug. I'm in a different state right now, so there's like cool bugs and cool trees and stuff like that. That's like a Scorpio bug. Dope. Uh, yeah, Scorpio bugs are pretty cool. Yeah, I was just talking to my friend from India. She lives in Calcutta, and she riffs on like very present spiritual stuff. And when I hear her voice, it's kind of this ancient female woman's voice, and she's a bit younger, so I really geek out on listening to her. And she knows a lot for somebody her age, which is dope. I started becoming present and allowing myself to drift when I was like 3 years old. I had these insane seizures that would last like 2.5 hours, and I would just, I would just be completely dissolved. And now I have like this dissociative disorder where I just like look at things, I'm just gone, and I lose track of time. So it's very hard for me to keep up with the human race and humans, and I can't keep up with them. I can't keep up with their pace. I don't desire what they desire. I remember this one time I was in this car with this person, and they were like, "Yeah, I want to get this like $600 laptop, blah 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 blah," and I'm like, "Why do you want that $600 laptop?" And he's like, "Cause I want it." And I'm like, "Yo, you're a fucking asshole." Like seriously, like you don't even know what you want. You don't even know what you want. Like, what? Why do you even want a $600 laptop? If you want to type in shit, why can't you just have a $200 laptop? You just like you want it because you like it's cool, or it's new, or it's hip, or something like that. He also started to talk about like how he had this like one friend that he hung out with, and he had like $1,000 couch, and he bought like a $2,000 dog. And whenever the $2,000 dog got on the $1,000 couch, he'd be like, "Honey, get the $2,000 dog off the $1,000 couch." And he would like yell at his wife. I'd be like, "Dude, you are such an asshole." That's why I moved out of the city of Jacksonville. Everybody up there was into that shit. And I was just like, bro, like, why are people into this stuff? It's so stupid. Like, everybody's obsessed with success and money and, like what you have and all this shit and how much you make every year. Like, does that shit really matter? Like, you marry somebody that has a lot of shit and they make a lot of money every year, but they probably try to control you and treat you like shit all the time. or they like are mean to you, or they're nasty, or they're a nasty bit of the world, and like you think that's gonna cure your like happiness, or that's gonna bring you something. Come on now, you know what brings you happiness? It's being in the freaking woods, man, by yourself. That's what I'm talking about, being present. If you can't find presence in the woods, you ain't got shit. So yeah, and that's a true statement, man. If you can't find presence in the woods, you ain't got shit, because that's what you are. You're the present moment. You're connected to all things. There is no such thing as time. There are no past memories. There are no future. There is no words. There's nothing. You're just here with all things, connected to all things, looking at ducks, but you're not calling them ducks, because you should never give anything a name, because once you give it a name, it loses its magic and its mysticism. You're just watching these beings fly through the sky, and you don't name them. They're just beings flying through the sky. And you're like, whoa, look at those beings flying through the sky. And everything is life. And everything is connected. And there's only movement and stillness. When you're moving, you're moving. When you're still, you're still. And those are the two forms of life. There's no such thing as time. There's nothing. You're non-existent. You're completely dissolved. That's all you are. Connecting with everything around you, existence, creation. And in that space, you are present, you are creation. And that's ultimate. So there's no $2,000 dog. There's no $1,000 couch. That's shit. It may bring you fulfillment for a little bit, but it's not going to bring you fulfillment in a very long period of time. Yeah, I remember this one time I was at this bar in Jacksonville, and I was waiting for a beer at the bar, and this girl approached me, very, very, very good looking girl, business stuff. And I remember ESPN was there that night because the Jacksonville Jaguars were playing the Eagles, and something like that. And this girl like came up to me at the bar, and she was like stunningly good looking, and she's just like, "Hey, how's it going? What, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Hey, how's it going? Blah blah blah." And this was back when I was like good looking. Now I'm whatever I am. I'm much older, and I don't really even like notice or care about that stuff. If I'm good looking, I'm good looking. If I'm not, I'm not. It's minute to minute, day to day, second to second. So yeah, so she comes up to me and she's just like, "Hey, blah 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 blah." I'm like, "What's up?" Blah 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 blah. And she's like, "How much money do you make?" Or no, she was like, what like what do you do for work?" Because I'm like downtown city, right? Downtown city, and I'm like, "I'm a teacher." And she's like, "Why would you do that? Why would you want to do that? There's no money in it." And she walks away. She fucking walks away. Doesn't even say goodbye to me. Like, she was interested because of my looks? Fucking shit. That's why I don't care about looks anymore. Because it's a bunch of bullshit horse shit. And everybody that's, like, obsessed with looks and all that stuff, guess what, man? You got 22 years, 25 years at the best. Like, I always think that. When people, like, think they're hot shit and they're 18, 20, 22, and they're showing off their body on Instagram and shit like that, or they're showing off their face, I'm like, yo, you got 22, 25 years at best. And then when you're like 47, 50 years old, you're going to hit a fucking brick wall. And you're going to be like, oh shit, and you're going to get all sad and shit. Yeah. So fucking grab it while you can, or marry somebody fucking rich, or whatever the fuck you think is going to bring you happiness. Much love.